We are at Castle Farm at Fotheringhay. It's a little, oh, blimey, I'll lift it. It's a little caravan and motorhome club site. There's 4 of us at the moment. That mound that you can see there is actually the castle that the Castle Farm is named after, and it was the birthplace, get this, of Richard III, who died at the Battle of Bosworth Field. For those of you who remember, Blackadder the First, and was found in a car park a little bit later. But its royal connection doesn't end there, no? Because having had a turbulent history of being passed from one person to another, then stolen by one person or another, it ended up being the prison of Mary Queen of Scots, and also the place where she was executed by Elizabeth I. So yes, you had one king born and one queen killed here, which is amazing for a tiny little place that nobody's ever really probably heard of. But I've heard of it. But it used to have a Norman style motte and bailey with a moat going around it, probably fed by the river, which has dropped considerably. But there was also a clerical college here. But then they built that amazing building and the church behind it, which you can probably just see the tower, and that became the clerical college. But we're going to have a look at that in a minute, because we're going to have a little wander down. But what's left of the castle is next to nothing apart from the mound. It has said that the farm buildings actually contain some bricks from it and some stone. But then we're going to go and see if we can find a pub. The pub. It's called the Falcon. It's meant to be a gastro pub. That probably means really well cooked but tiny portions. But maybe we'll just have a beer and come back and cook ourselves. We will see. Got a commanding view of the landscape, and I think it was originally built here to protect the river crossing just down there. This masonry from the castle keep was set up and protected by the Peterborough Archaeological Society excuse me, by permission of the Lady Wantage, AD 1913, in memory of Mary Stuart, Queen of Scots, beheaded in the Great Hall of Fotheringhay Castle, 8th of February 1586-87. This memorial was placed here by the Stuart History Society, and that is all that remains of the castle, which used to stand on that hill and protected this river and that crossing. Morning everyone. Had a nice night at Castle View Cottage camping site. There is some extra camping ground behind it, so it isn't just the CL site, but this bit is restricted to 5. Right, well, welcome back. We had to get the traction mats out. A little bit of rain from last night was obviously just enough to soften the ground. So put the traction mats behind me, backed onto them, and then pulled away without tearing too much of his grass up. So that was all right. But always have your traction mats with you. But I say, nice site, good pub nearby, plenty of walking. You can go and put your kayak and your canoe out on the water and get it about. So yeah, not bad. But we're heading off today up towards Colville. We're going to go and visit the Tynt Meadow Trappist brewery, the only Trappist brewery in the UK. And I also believe it was the latest Trappist brewery. Only got its entitlement, I believe, in 2017 or 18. So that'll be good. Nothing like a bit of travel, a bit of history, and some beer. So this is the Abbey St Bernard near Colville, and it is the home of the Tynt Meadow Trappist beer. Quite a good little stop. You know, you can come and park up, not a problem. They ask for donation if you use the car park, but we'll be getting some beers from the shop as well. But we're going to park up here and probably go for a little walk. Well, they hand it over to either the council or one of the trusts, and then they end up having to maintain it after years of being quarrying. But that's allegedly. Well, we've found one of these quiet little havens in the midst of everything going on. It's a modern bit of forest that used to be part quarried site. But between the Forestry Commission and the company ARC, they reckon they've planted 1.3 million trees. It's just a pity we don't do this more often on bits of land that we have. You know, it's good for the environment, it beautifies and encourages natural habitats to come back. You know, we've already seen footprints and birds flying around, and a mad dog, of course. She does love the woodland. She probably loves the woods more than she loves the beach.
Yes, I would say so.
And that's saying something. Don't you, Speedy? You're speeding off. So why are we mooching around in the deepest, darkest woods? Well, yes, you know, geocaching is involved. Done about 5, only one we couldn't find. That was the very first one. But it's taken us onto some interesting paths and some trails. But yeah, and Helen and Buff are just trying to negotiate their way through the twisty woodland now. Go on, Brave. You're not going to fall off it, are you?
No, I said unclip myself.
Oh, right. Yeah, there's a lot of brambles. I wouldn't want to do this one in the summer. Undergrowth is pretty high, pretty tricky now. But yeah, takes you off the beaten path. There's the gravel over there. Right, next to the brewery. Look at that. That's got our name written on it. The Tap House Brewery 2010. Let me just put the reversing camera on. Get it tucked right up out the way. That'll do us.
Super.
Lovely.
I think it's time for a brew.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning. Sorry, I'm just answering my sister.
She's answering her sister. Right, okay, let's try take 2 because the battery ran out on the other one, so we're back to the handheld GoPro rather than the screen mounted one. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
She's not now answering her sister.
I was texting my sister when I spoke last time.
Yeah, Sunday morning, just woke up. It was a very quiet night. A tiny little bit of traffic noise from the road, but not enough to really disturb us. But the Tap House pub at Swilsby near Ashby De La Zouch, fantastic food last night. Probably some of the best pub food I've had in ages.
Great service as well.
Yeah, the young staff were right on the ball, very attentive, just the right amount of would you like another beer, but not enough to be so it became intrusive. Didn't feel rushed. It's got a microbrewery, as we probably saw. Beers, the local house beer was good. They'd only got one on at the time because they'd sold out of the rest. That's how good it was. But we're on our way home. It's been a fun 10 days, hasn't it?
It has.
As you could probably tell, I've got 10 days worth of trying to keep warm.
You've got more than 10 days of that. You were due a shave and a haircut before you went away. So it's me, because I'm so groomed myself. Yeah.
But this will be the end of this short trip with no name to Norfolk.
That's quite a good name. No name to Norfolk.
No name to Norfolk. That'll do. And Suffolk, and wherever else we pass through. But yeah, big things to come in the next few months.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So we won't be filling up our Facebook page with just random stuff. It'll only be the important stuff. And these videos from the start of 2022 will slowly get released as I get a chance to edit them all in. But thanks for the journey, and I hope it inspires some of you.
Yeah, just get out there and do it. Who knows what's around the corner?
At any time that you feel is right for you. Anyway, see you later, because I've got 95 miles of horrible driving to get us home.
Adios.
See you later.